First of all, I want to make sure you understand that you got to know why you're here. You got to know why you're here. And the places that you go and the places that you engage in, you got to know why you're there. You got to know why you go when you go. Okay? Look, you got to take yourself into places for a purpose. You got to go to destinations for a reason. And listen, the thing is that everywhere you go, there's an opportunity. So every place you go is an environment, it's conducive for something, and you just got to know where you're going. But when you get there, I want to make sure you show up. Don't come to a conference and you ain't got no notepad, you ain't got a recorder, you ain't taking notes, you ain't engaged, you over here texting, you over here talking, you over here just laughing and playing around. You spent all your money just to sit down in that chair and play? You could have did that at home. You could have spent that time with your children. When you go somewhere, you need to show up. Bring 100% of yourself. Don't leave anything out. Come give your full attention. Show up. When you show up, you bring everything. When you show up, opportunity is present. Opportunity is present. And you want to make sure you bring all of you. So just in case opportunity is a rock to your rock, it'll spark some, it'll cause a fire. You'll be able to burn the house down. You'll be able to burn the facility up. You'll be able to burn the industry up. You'll be able to burn the profession up. You'll be able to light the flame, start a fire, and make something happen. But if you don't show up, if you don't bring everything that you have, what's going to happen? Somebody else will get it. You didn't show up for it. You didn't bring everything you had. You didn't bring your attention, right? You didn't bring the intent, right? You didn't bring your passion. You didn't bring the tenacity. You didn't bring your character. You didn't even give your own self-integrity to spend your money and come use your time for the money you spent. You didn't show up. And if you show up, you're gonna find yourself with access and opportunities that you never thought you'd be able to penetrate. When you show up, when you bring everything you have, that's the only time you can show out. That's the only time you can show out. Listen, a lot of people trying to show out and they ain't showed up yet. And that's why they fall short. They can't spill nothing out into anybody. They can't empower nobody. They can't equip nobody. They can't motivate or inspire anybody because they still trying to get themselves motivated to show up. They ain't showed up yet. When you show up, you can show out. The reason why you hadn't showed out in your workspace, the reason why you hadn't showed out in your field, the reason why you hadn't showed out in your business, the reason why you hadn't showed out in your relationship, the reason why you hadn't showed out as a father, a brother, a sister, the reason why you hadn't showed out in these areas of your life is because you hadn't showed up yet. When you show up, everything about you show up. That means you don't hold nothing back. I don't hold nothing back to my wife. I let my wife have everything. Is it always fun? No, but she understands that I'm giving her all I am. I let my children have everything. Do it always look pretty? Absolutely not. I get side looks from my wife, but she understands that I'm doing it for their better good. When you show up, you can show out. Hey, listen, that's what you get. When you give everything you got, you get it back. So you gotta show up with everything you got so you can get it all back. I want it all back. What I'm giving you, I want it all back. When I unload, I'm ready to reload. When I motivate somebody, somebody's gonna motivate me. When I empower somebody, when I give, it is principle, it is law, it's coming back. But you gotta show up to show out. You give, you're gonna receive. It's better to give than receive. Why? Because when you give, it's gonna come back, press down, shake it together, and run it over. When you receive, you just got what you got. You just got what you got. You gotta show up. You gotta put everything out there. You gotta lay it all out on the line. The reason why you ain't showed up for your business, the reason why you haven't been able to make the money that you wanna make, the reason why you haven't been able to be successful as you wanna be is because you ain't showed up yet. You ain't put it all out there on the line. Right? You ain't put it all out there. You ain't said, hey, listen, I'm gonna put it all out there. I know, I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in what I have. You gotta go with what you know, and you show up with what you know about the things you know. Show up with all the things that you know. Be proficient in all the things that you have. You will get access and opportunities when you show up. Every place you go, every location you're in, it's an opportunity to access another resource. But the probability of you accessing another resource increase when you show up wholeheartedly. The more locations you get into, the more places that you lock into, guess what's going to happen? That's the more opportunity, the more possibility, which increases the probability of success. You got to show up. And if you're not showing up, you're doing yourself a disservice. Unload. Let's go.